Hello everyone. Excellent evening everyone and excellent afternoon. No matter where you're calling in from, you're all highly welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome. How are we doing? I hope we're doing very, very great. Wow, it's midweek and it's time for us to really reflect. Midweek and the last day of April 2025. It's not coming back again, is it? No, it's not. It's not coming back again. No. All right. So we're all highly welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Today we're going to be looking at navigating menopause. How do you navigate menopause? Okay. Cancel now. How do we navigate menopause? That's what we're going to be looking at today. And in looking at how we navigate through menopause, we're going to be looking at dietary tips, okay? We'll look at some dietary tips for navigating menopause. So are you perimenopause? Are you near menopause? Are you 40 and above? Are you 35 and above? Whatever it is, your age, as long as you have reached the mid-age, it's time for you to really focus on what your health is all about. So as you transition through this phase of life, before they will now start saying senior, calling you senior and things like that, there are some things we have to look at today. We're having visitors, so I have to run into the room for this broadcast. Remember, wellness is a necessity for good life, and whatever saves you pain is actually great gain for you, okay? Whatever saves you pain is great gain, and wellness is a necessity for good life. So welcome to this afternoon's broadcast as we look at some tips for you. We're going to be looking at some dietary tips. We're going to be looking at some lifestyle tips that can help you transition well and transition better. That's what we're going to be looking at today. So who is live with me? If you've joined me live, you can greet. So I can welcome you to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome to every one of us. We're all highly welcome to every one of us. Trying to move things away from me. All right, I hope this one is away now. To have a clear background. All right, so we're all highly welcome to this afternoon's broadcast as we look at some tips, dietary tips. Today we are looking at dietary tips. You know, we have to be very specific so that the videos will not just be too long and we will not be going here, there. We need to be specific on what we're dealing each day. So today is dietary tips we're looking at for a smoother transition into menopause, okay? All right, so you're highly welcome. If you've joined me live, you can greet. So I can welcome you to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome. If my video could turn easily, I would have just shown you the beautiful scenario I'm seeing out here. Okay, beautiful greens. I'm in Manchester right now, and there's even a river. It's beautiful scene, huh? But it's my phone, no. I don't know how to turn. Let me see. Can I? Hey, train is just passing. Oh, let me see. These are all the things that I see. Okay, can you see? Can you see the trap that is passing? So that's where I am. Oh, I'm in an Airbnb, and I'm in Manchester, Salford, Manchester. That's where we are. So let me see if I can show you. There's a river I always go out to look at. I took a walk there. I'm going to share the video after this meeting of that video I took at the river side. You can see there are some boats there. There are some boats that are going. I want to do that boat cruise tomorrow. When I finish today now, I'll see if I can buy my ticket. I'm going to do that boat cruise tomorrow because for some days it's been really warm. Okay, I was supposed to do it today, but I couldn't finish my assignment. I'm running a course. So that's my environment. So anytime I open up the windows, I see that. And the river that is there. Okay, so let's get back to business. So All right. So, Celia, how are you doing? You're welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Hello, Nadi Ann. How are you doing? You're welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Aye Tibo, you're welcome. Iyasele, you're welcome. Olajumoke, Jane, Philo, you're welcome, welcome. Well, highly welcome. So if you've joined me live, you can greet, so I can welcome you to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome to every one of us, and also make sure that you are commenting. Don't just be here for nothing, okay? Remember to follow me on my other social media platform: YouTube, Aging with Grace; Facebook, Aging with Grace; TikTok, Aging with Grace. Very soon we're going to go viral on YouTube, so make sure you get your space, subscribe already, so you'll be one of those early subscribers on YouTube, okay? I'm going to be doing a lot on YouTube very soon. Hello, Ifeziluke Chinelo, you're welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. So in talking about navigation, as we're talking about, and some nutrition tips that can help you while you transition. Remember that to ease menopause symptoms, of course, if you're here, you already know what menopause is. I'm sure menopause is that stage in life, is a natural process in life, that stage in life where you move from your reproductive stage to the non-reproductive stage, and it comes with no more production of eggs, or it starts easing out. It comes with your period, of course, reducing and then stopping drastically, and then it also comes with some other symptoms, okay? Hot flushes, night sweats, insomnia, irritability, anxiety, aches and pains here and there, oh my goodness. Some people can have it so terrible, some people can have it easy, some people don't even know, they don't even know it exists. So you can see life. But also, some people, genetically it happens to them that they don't know. Some people, it's because of what they have done, how they have lived their life, how they have actually prepared for it. That's how some people don't actually know when they are going through it, okay? So to ease menopause symptoms, you need to focus on a balanced diet, because we're talking about nutrition today, that are rich in fruits. Make some people say, oh no, I don't like fruits. Well, when you enter menopause, you must like fruits. Vegetables, you must like it. You have to look at the series of vegetables, all the vegetables are around, and find out the one that you will like. You just have to like it, because it will do you good. Whole grains and lean protein, okay? Then you need to limit some kind of food. We're going to be going into details very soon. This video is not going to be a very long one anyway. Refined sugar. If you're still taking sugar after 35-40 years, you're doing yourself evil. In fact, you should have even known it. You will notice for people who are having premenstrual pain, anytime they take plenty sugar, the pain is more. Just like the pain is more for them, that's how menopause symptoms increases with people who have accumulated sugar in their system, okay? So do away with sugar as early as possible. Do away with sugar. Ultra processed foods, all these foods in cans, in tins and things like that, you need to stop them. Excessive caffeine. There are some people, oh, I love coffee, and you're taking it in excess because you want to stay awake. Remember that they have their side effects. Alcohol, those of you who are just saying no, it's no sin or it's whatever, you go ahead taking out issues, it's going to be having a lot of issues with it. So you need to do away with them. Then there are some vitamins that are essential that you must incorporate. One of them is calcium and vitamin D. I told you that when I was having my last baby, because the doctor asked, he said, so Mama Joshua, is this the, are you still having? I said, no. He said, look, now that you have stopped having your babies, go and get calcium, because a lot of people say they don't want to take supplement because they're having children. But he said, go and get calcium, and get calcium that has vitamin D, and start taking it immediately. Okay, is one of the foods that you must take if you don't want osteoporosis, if you don't want osteoporosis, and you don't want issues that will disturb you. You need to make sure that you go ahead and start taking your calcium and some of the supplements we're going to be talking about today. You can actually stay and not have any of these issues at all. You can actually stay without them. People, the people who are taking a lot of Mediterranean diets, like the Asians, they don't even know, many of them don't know what menopause is, especially for those who are actually taking their diet very, very serious. Okay, so you also need to look for a cytostrogen source that you're going to be taking. You just have to find that cytostrogen source that you're going to be taking. Our host is calling me. I need to get back to him that I'm on live here. All right, so you need that. It's very, very important for you. Again, menopause, like I told us, is a natural phase in our life. It's not sickness. It's not a sickness. Everybody will go through menopause. Some people go through it in a hard way. Some people go through it in a softer way. Some don't know when they are going through it. So whichever way it is, you know, you will go through it. So whichever way it is, you're going to go through it. And it's better for you to prepare for it. That's the best thing for you to do. It's better for you to prepare for it, okay? So you are going to be having a lot of hormonal changes, and these hormonal changes can impact your life, okay? Because you know that menopause actually is quite hot in UK now. Wow, goodness. It's because of noise. I closed the window. See, I'm sweating. All right, so a well-balanced diet can actually help alleviate some of these symptoms and also help your overall health. It's not just about the symptoms, it also helps your overall health. Yes, I think I have a handkerchief here. Can you imagine a place where I went to buy winter jacket last week? Here's me sweating like somebody Christmas clothes. Okay, so when we are looking at some dietary considerations, there are some things you need to look at. Okay, that you get your paper and biro and you plan your life. A lot of people are having issues because they are not planning their life. Hello, Chinyere, you're welcome. Jane, you're welcome. Felicia, you're welcome. Nikki, you're welcome. Sally, you're welcome. Anastasia, you're welcome. Lam, you're welcome. Ibu Ngozi, hi, hello, how are you, Ngozi? How are you doing? All right, you're all welcome. So the first dietary consideration, you must take your biro, find out things that, and draw your menu is on calcium and vitamin D. Remember I told us that my doctor warned me about that. Do you want to avoid osteoporosis? Do you want to avoid arthritis? Do you want to avoid all these issues here and there? Then calcium and vitamin D. You need to find foods that are rich in calcium, okay? Like leafy green vegetables must be in your meal every day. Plant-based milk like our Light Ultra must be in your meal every day to support your bone health. Light Ultra is a plant-based, milk and food replacement that is very, very good for you, okay? So leafy green vegetables, plant-based milk that are rich in soy, very, very good for you. Because you can also get vitamin D from sunlight. It's very, very sunny, I showed you, but morning sun, okay? Morning sun is very good for you. And let me tell you, dietitians, scientists, they also ask us to get our supplements. Now, how much of it can you get? How much of this sun can you get? How much of vitamins can you get from your food? They are not that easy. So for vitamin D and calcium, I have our calcium that has vitamin D, but because it was scarce in Nigeria when I was traveling, I traveled with my vitamin D. You can hear them speaking. I travel with my vitamin D and my Nature Min. Now, this vitamin D is so good because it also has vitamin E in it, okay? And then the Nature Min has calcium in it, iron in it, phosphorus in it, iodine, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, okay, and some other macro and micronutrients. So very, very important for you, okay? Another very good diet you must consider to have is omega-3 fatty acids. So for omega-3 fatty acids, they are found in fatty fish like salmon, okay? Salmon is very, very good. I'm going to be having salmon today. Sea bass, tuna, okay, flaxseed, walnuts, we have the fish that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and we have the nuts that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. This will help to reduce inflammation. Inflammation is one of the symptoms that comes with menopause. So you need to crash your inflammation to reduce heart issues, diabetes, arthritis, okay? So you need the omega-3. And we have a very powerful omega-3 called Active-C. And the beauty of our Active-C is that I always tell people, buy my Active-C, do an experiment with that Active-C, and you will see what I'm talking about. I'm not saying don't use any other omega-3. Buy the two, okay? Buy my Forever Active-C. Buy any other omega-3 that you know, and call me. I'm going to lead you to something that will blow your mind by the time I show you that experiment, and by the time I show you what I'm talking about. This is Forever Active-C. I don't have my bottle here, but this is Forever Active-C, okay? Omega-3 fatty acids and Forever Active-C is very, very good. Prevention of heart issues, high cholesterol, management of high cholesterol, heart issues, very, very important for you, okay? All right, the third thing you need to consider is cytostrogen. Remember that during menopause, one thing that is happening to you is that your estrogen is dropping, is reducing. It's actually reducing so drastically that it's really, you know, challenging, okay? So you need cytostrogen. So you need foods that can give you cytostrogen. Now, estrogen found in plants mimic that one in our bodies, and that's why they are called cytostrogens, okay? They are found in soybeans, tofu, flax seeds, okay? And again, our Vitalize for Women, which I don't joke with, will give you that cytostrogen that you need. And this Vitalize for Women is not just about cytostrogen. It gives you everything you need as a woman, you know, to keep on keeping on for yourself. Now, other things you need to consider would be hydrating foods. You need to take foods that gives you that liquid content, like fruits and vegetables, whole grains, to help manage the symptoms like bloating and mood swings. So you need those hydrating foods, okay, that can help you to manage bloating. Bloating is one of the things that happens, either stomach bloating, body bloating, mood swings, irritability is also part of the symptoms. At this junction, I want you to remember that I've done a video on 70 symptoms of menopause, 34 symptoms of menopause, common symptoms of menopause. Just go on Aging with Grace and type, or on Facebook or YouTube, and you type Aging with Grace menopause symptoms. You're going to get a lot of videos that you will get information that can help you, and make sure you put these things into practice. Now, I've talked about the things that you need. Let me now talk about what you need to avoid. There are some trigger foods. There are some fruits that trigger menopausal symptoms. You need to avoid those foods, okay? And one of them that can cause hot flushes is spicy food. I love spices. Oh my goodness. I can take hot chili here. I can take turmeric, garlic, you know, cinnamon, nutmeg, all those spices. Of course, you know me now. When I traveled to Morocco, I specifically requested for all the spices in Morocco. I can remember the first time I went to South Africa and they showed me Indian places. I bought all the spices. I'm a spice person. But let me tell you, spices trigger menopausal symptoms, especially hot flushes. So you need to watch it, okay? Caffeine also trigger menopausal symptoms. You need to watch it. And of course, alcohol and alcohol-based foods can also trigger menopausal symptoms. You need to watch it. So these are some of the group of foods you need to avoid. Also processed foods, okay? Processed foods, you need to reduce and practically stop the intake of processed foods, especially those that are high in sodium, salt, those unhealthy fats, saturated, and those when it transfers fats, you need to stop them. They can help actually make your menopausal symptoms so you know, irritating and exaggerated that you will actually wonder what is happening to you at that moment. Okay, so what are we saying? There are some tips that you can use to have balanced diet. So let me just go through those tips. Number one, eat a variety of whole foods. I was talking with my daughter yesterday, and we're talking about health and reducing weight and fat in the body. And I was telling her, I said, you see, I'm not saying you should not take pasta. Take whole grain pasta. And I said, I'm not saying you should not take bread. Take whole grain bread. She said, Mommy, do you know it's so expensive? I said, you're supposed to treat yourself now. You're supposed to make sure you're giving your body what it needs. Because when you're older, it's not going to be easy. So I was just trying to train her and talk to her about things. I said, you're making your money. Eat it by yourself. You're not a baby. When you were a baby with me, I was buying you white bread. Now that you are alone, I was asking her, how long will it take you to finish a loaf of bread? My dear, she was saying, Mom, it's wheat bread I'm taking. I said, no, take whole grain, if possible, seeded with flax seed, chai seeds, bread for yourself, pumpkin seeds, okay? That's what you need. So go get your paper and biro now. Pasta, when you're doing your shopping, whole grain pasta. When you're doing your shopping, yes, you can buy rice to give to people and things like that, but for you, yourself, me, when I'm at home, I don't just eat ordinary rice. So I get my brown rice, or I get my ofada rice. I know the rice that is really whole, that is not processed, okay? That's what you should take. And of course, those ones are limited. I can stay for 1 week, I will not take rice. 2 weeks, I'm not taking rice, okay? You need to limit it, okay? And then you need to focus on fruits and vegetables. I can't stop talking about this. I always ask people, open your fridge. The more colorful and the more natural your fridge is, that's the healthier you will be. If I open your fridge and what I'm seeing in your fridge are processed things, one color, white, here and there, I'm not seeing red, I'm not seeing purple, I'm not seeing green, different shades of green, I'm not seeing orange. Those are life. Those are the things that will give you life. Fruits and vegetables, whole grain, lean protein, healthy fats. These are the things. And remember, even fat, when you're taking fat, it's not, I always tell you, portion control. You can go and check my video on my portion control. It's like your thumbs, okay? Then the second dietary consideration and tips that you need for a balanced diet is think about hydration. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to help you manage the symptoms and also give you overall health. Hey, another tramp is passing. Let me show you. Let me show you fast. Can you see? Can you see? Don't mind me. Oh no, just a break for you. All right, this tramp can pass every 5 minutes here. Oh my goodness, this tramp, I'm telling you. All right, so stay hydrated is very important for you. And then the next thing, many of us don't like hearing it, but you need to do your annual checkup, consult your health care professional, okay? And make sure you're registered where you can easily get help. Are you looking at your diet? Even if you don't want to get a dietitian or talk to people like us, get your paper and biro, go on YouTube, go on Facebook, and look at what to do to yourself to help you, okay? It's very, very important for you, and you need to do it. Now, you also need to prioritize your whole food diet, okay? I've talked about fruits and vegetables, whole grain, lean proteins, milkshake, like plant-based milkshake that can reduce your menopausal symptoms. I've also talked about you reducing sugar and ultra-processed foods, okay? Because if you take a lot of sugar-based foods, your blood sugar, it can cause fluctuation on your blood sugar, and then it will worsen your menopausal symptoms. It will bring fatigue and irritability. Do you know that some people, what is causing them to be anxious, irritable, mood swings is the sugar level in their system. Also, I've also talked about incorporating cytostrogen foods, okay? And I've given you an example of soy, like a light ultra, flax seeds, legumes. They are all rich in, and cytostrogen. And actually, plant-based compounds mimic estrogen. If you can watch your body and say, okay, let me go on a green challenge. Bring out 1 month And make sure that for every meal you're taking, you have a big bowl of greens. It could be fresh salads, it could be steamed vegetables, mixed vegetables, it could be soup that are green, not the one you have already cooked and killed all the vitamins. So okay, you have it that every meal you're taking, you will have a bowl of that. I tell you, you will see how your life will change. Okay, and then another thing you need to consider is your fiber intake. Okay, fiber can help regulate digestion, reduce insulin levels and insulin sensitivity, and also support your weight management. So you need to take foods that have a lot of fibers. They will help you also. Okay, I've told you, in summary, ensure adequate calcium and vitamin D consumption. These are very, very crucial for your bone health, especially at this period. And I tell you, get our calcium. Incidentally, it's not even among the products that are coming, but they are bringing Nature Min. And like I told you, Nature Min has calcium. So if you can't afford it, to just get Nature Min and make sure you get a lot of enough sun in the morning. It will just help you and work very, very well. Okay, stay hydrated. I've talked to you about that, and I've talked to you about fatty foods that you need. Okay, so your estrogen is actually needed for us as women. That's one of our main hormones. And imagine when this hormone is reducing drastically. Don't you know that something will happen to you? Estrogen is needed for almost everything in your body. Okay, it needs for the support of your bone, it needs for energy, fatigue, it needs for sleep, it's needed for everything. Okay, so make sure you get that cytostrogen. Make sure you get, even if you don't get anything, get your Vitalized Women. And this Vitalized Women is going on a very beautiful end of month promo. So chat me on my WhatsApp number, +234 703515 1642. +234 703 515 1642. Am I too fast? +234 703 515 1642. There is an end of month promo going on for Vitalized Women. Just chat me and say end of month promo. That's how I can give it to you. That's it, because it's only for those who have joined me live, for those who have watched my video. Just chat me on my WhatsApp and say Vitalized end of month promo, and you're going to be getting it from me. All right, remember, I want to put my WhatsApp number here for you so that you can have it and you can go back and just check it out again. My WhatsApp number is +234 703 515 1642. +234 703 515 1642. All right, so that's my WhatsApp number. I'm going to pin it here. Chat me on my WhatsApp number for the super end of month, end of April month. This is April 2025, so that somebody will not watch this video in 3 years time and tell me, hey, where is that end of month? April 2025 end of month super promo. Just chat me and say end of month super promo, and you're going to get it. I mean, it's going to be something very, very good that you will like. Okay, all right, thank you, Ifezuke Chinilo. Excellent evening. Odina Son, more anointing. Thank you, God bless you. Vero, thank you, God bless you. Julie Ndifo, thank you, thank you. That's those who have greeted. I've greeted those who didn't greet. I don't think I have time again to greet those who didn't greet because my video is running. Remember, I've talked about calcium, and I've talked about you getting it from Nature Min. I've talked about Vitalized for women, that you need it, and I've talked about our cytostrogen plant-based milkshake that is also a meal replacement for people who are obese, overweight, who want to lose weight. I have a friend, a customer. She has used it for 8 years and she doesn't even want to. In fact, she's like, this is all I need, and it has really, really helped her. Okay, so calcium and vitamin D are bone strengthening and supporting nutrients that is very, very important for you to get enough of them in your diet. In fact, they did a research in 2020 and they linked vitamin D intake to post-menopausal reducing post-menopausal hip fracture. And that was why my doctor told me, go and get vitamin D. Mrs. Achonwa, he told me, you see calcium and vitamin D, make sure you're taking it. If you don't want to come back here and be talking about osteoporosis, hip replacement, knee replacement, arthritis, pain here and there, and thank God I obeyed. So this is for prevention. It's a dietary supplement. I have these things in my bag all the time. I don't want to tell stories. Somebody was asking me, I said, this, because I'm also taking Infinite Feminine Complex for my collagen, anti-aging. You see how my face is glowing, always looking young. This is the secret. So she was asking me, oh, I'm taking 2 bottles. I said 2 bottles. I said, I take it every month. I can bring out a whole bag full of the containers that I've taken if I'm at home. So I'm taking them to prevention. But you can start from management then to prevention. Do you understand? If you're already having the issues, you can start them. They will help manage, reverse, and then you continue taking them for prevention. So these are dietary supplements that are very, very good for you, okay? So vitamin D, if you take enough calcium, it will lower the risk of fractures and weak bones that you might have when you are entering your postmenopausal symptoms. Now, supplementation is also very, very important, okay? I've already talked about that. Make sure you have your supplement. The other day, I showed us all my supplement. That's not what I'm doing today. But if nothing, get your vitalized women. But if you have a history and risk factor of osteoporosis, bone issues, then make sure you have your nature main, okay? Very, very important for you. All right, so these are some of the dietary considerations, some of the nutritions you need to do to transition your menopausal stages. Very, very important for you. You know, that's what we are talking about today. What are some of those dietary tips that you need for smoother transition? That's what I'm looking at. On Saturday, we are going to go exercise way. So you join me on Saturday as we look at the exercise, navigating menopause, exercise tips for a smoother transition, okay? Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you all. Is there any other person that has greeted so that I can greet you? Did I drop this video? Oh my goodness, I didn't know I dropped this video on Facebook. When I went out, I just seen it now. Wow, I did. Okay, yeah, I went live a bit that day before yesterday. Okay, thank you all. I really love you all. I really love how you follow me, how you come out here for us to talk together and gist together about our lives. I'm going to be launching a new platform and I'm going to be launching it for you. Just make sure you come in, because the first people to come in will have it at a very cheap rate. After that, I tell you, it's going to skyrocket by the time people start giving their testimonies. I want to go personal. I want to have some VIP people I will draw close to myself and actually impact them and actually teach them so that they also can know. It's not just running from pillar to post, but knowing. So I'm trying to bring out some time that I'll spend with them, some days I'll spend with them. We cook together, we talk together, we brainstorm together, personally talk about your history, personally talk about your life, and we get solutions for you. So watch out for it. It's coming your way very, very soon. So if I don't have any question, we call it a day today. Thank you all for joining me this evening. In the absence of any question, we'll call it a day. Love you all. Bye. See you on Saturday. Oh, I'm coming your way tomorrow for those who want financial health. See you tomorrow then. Bye.